Congratulations. You are being rescued.
What's going on, guys and gals? And welcome to Good Reel Hunting, where we hunt for the good reels so you don't have to. It's your boy Brad. The Brett Man's right over here. And it is Star Wars Saturday once again, where we come out you guys with a fresh new Star Wars episode each and every Saturday. So if you want to see some of our old episodes, we'll be sure to link those up in the description for you. Today's episode, we're just going to do a quick one. We have our live show tonight, our Q&A celebration for 100 subscribers celebration tonight. So this one's going to be pretty short. We just want to tell you guys what Star Wars means to us. We wanted to kind of do that kind of early amongst the Star Wars Saturday episodes, and this episode was actually all Brett's idea. So I'll let him kind of take over and explain exactly what we're going to talk about, and then he can kind of get the ball rolling and go from there.
Let's get that bowling ball rolling. Like, that's the only ball I kind of almost know that rolls. But pretty much, what I was just wanting us to do, especially just early on during our early stages of Star Wars Saturdays, it's just for you all to get to know us. And what better way to do that than pretty much what does Star Wars mean to us? Like, how did we experience Star Wars? What was our first Star Wars experience? It's like got us into Star Wars. So, I'll start off. It was about when Phantom Menace came out, and my brother was super, super excited about this movie, and I had no idea what the hell he was talking about. And he goes, okay, well, I guess I'm going to have to show you the ways of the Force. So I went with him to watch the Phantom Menace, and damn, those lightsaber battles it drew me in to the aura that is Star Wars. And so afterwards, I'm like, okay, I love this very first movie. He goes, this is not the first movie. I'm like, wait, there were more movies before this? He's like, yeah.
So hold the chains just a second. Phantom Menace was the first Star Wars movie you ever saw?
Yeah, in theaters, yes.
Like period or just
theater? And period, yes, unfortunately.
That's crazy. All right, I'm sorry. I didn't know that.
Yeah, you are totally good. See, man, we're learning something new. But yeah, so I watched the Phantom Menace in the theater, so I told my brother to show me more of the Star Wars movies. So he showed me 4, 5, and 6, and dude, I was suckered in right after episode 4. Even though I did ask him, why the hell did they make 4 and 5 before 1, 2, and 3? And he goes, you'll know. And then after I get done with 4, 5, and 6, I knew instantly what he was talking about. Just the shock factor from Empire Strikes Back, from the scores to the lightsaber battles to space to Han to Chewie to Boba Fett. Like, I could keep going all day, but just those original trilogies are just near and dear to my heart. I love those movies so much.
Right on, man. So that's interesting. So from that aspect, watching Phantom Menace first and then going into the original trilogy, what were your thoughts on Phantom Menace when you saw it? Were you like, oh, this is fantastic? I know you kind of saw that and it kind of, wanted you to see the rest of them, but like without having seen the original trilogy first, what were your thoughts of entering a new world?
Well, let's go ahead and get the dog shit out of the way first. When I first watched it, I fucking love Jar Jar.
Dude, I did too, man. I did too. I was 9.
I got sucked. Yeah. You know what? It was directed to our age group, so it did its job with that. But damn, when I grew older, I hate the son of a bitch. But but besides the point, I loved just like the look of the Jedi, the ways of the Jedi, and the lightsabers, and those damn droidicas are just I could go all day, like, like just the look of Star Wars, the sound of Star Wars, Duel of the Fates, love, easily probably my all-time favorite score from the entire Star Wars saga. And then we got Liam Neeson playing Qui-Gon Jinn, awesome character. And then we got your boy playing Obi-Wan Kenobi, like
General Kenobi, Ewan McGregor, of course, dude.
Ewan McGregor, of course, absolutely. And then we got and what got me excited actually was the boy from Anakin Skywalker, the boy that was in Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh my gosh.
I know. Well, as a kid because I love Jingle All the Way. Like that got me excited. And then, of course, we get R2D2 just being just to see his origins, and we got to see C3PO naked, unfortunately, because his
Okay.
parts were showing.
Sure. Yeah. My Potts is showing. Yeah. So what? I mean, so you saw a prequel first. You didn't see the whole trilogy, obviously. You saw a prequel before you saw the original trilogy. How did your opinion change after you went from seeing Phantom Menace to the old school trilogy stuff?
Oh, like after I watched Phantom Menace to go into the original trilogy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first immediately I saw or just noticed first was that it felt like old. Like, again, they were older movies, so like you can obviously see that versus like the newer like technology, cinematography, and all that of the Phantom Menace. But
Sure.
it's just that really didn't bug me bad. It was just the storytelling and the characters that were presented to me way better than Phantom Menace ever could do. And so that's why I just fell in love immediately with the Star Wars world of the original trilogy versus what Phantom Menace did. But Phantom Menace did do a good job setting up the lightsaber battles. I guess that's what disappoints me just a tad bit with the older, like the original trilogy. But I just didn't think Star Wars then knew exactly what they had or what they could do with those lightsabers battles. I feel like in episode 6 is where they finally started to figure out the lightsaber battles. Because, again, as you saw from our lightsaber ranking video on episode 5, amazing, iconic lightsaber battle. But to me, that was just more of a storytelling versus like actual fighting. I feel like 6 did more fighting of like cooler stuff like that. So yeah, definitely it was a nice transition from Phantom Menace to the original trilogy just to see where it all began.
Very cool. I like it. So yeah, I have a lot of nostalgia with Phantom Menace, just because that's the first one I saw in theaters as well. Now I grew up big time with the original trilogy, the original three. I got them all for Easter one year in the trilogy, the VHS trilogy. It's right up there, actually, on top of the bookshelf. Um, and Yeah, man, wore those freaking things out as a kid. Constantly was watching. If I wasn't watching horror movies, I wasn't watching Friday the 13th. I was watching Star Wars. I mean, it was pretty much a
So let me
rotation.
ask you this real quick. Are you talking about the original VHS tapes?
Yeah, dude, they're right up there. It's right up on the thing.
Yeah,
It's the
I used to own them, but then dumbass me sold them. So
yeah. I mean,
I'm looking for them.
yeah, really. I mean, you can get those are the original ones. It's just one of the trilogies they made. And that trilogy isn't really hard to find. You can still find that pretty easily. But we had, the single versions of the VHSs too, growing up. I don't know what happened to those, but uh, yeah, those. I mean, yeah, I started with the fourth. I mean, I watched them in order as a kid, and I remember being really young, watching probably before 6 years old, watching through the original trilogy, and just really getting into it, man. I had the toys, I had a Millennium Falcon, I had all the little action figures and stuff, and I remember getting little ones. There was little action figures with Luke where you could get. I had the X-wing for Luke's X-wing, and a version of Luke that would fit down in that thing, and R2 would go in the back. That was pretty cool. And I had a couple different versions of Luke. I had the one with the orange fighter outfit, and
Yes.
I had the one from Return of the Jedi where you could change out his hand and stuff like that. That was all cool. You could change out his head too. You could put on the helmet or not the helmet or whatever you wanted to do. So yeah, a lot of really cool toys I had, man, and yeah, that was pretty much my jam growing up. Again, if it wasn't Friday the 13th, it was or Halloween, it was Star Wars. You could just
It was
pick
Star
and be
Wars.
one of those or RoboCop. Um, so yeah, man, watched the hell out of them as a kid. Really grew up with it. Played the video games on Nintendo 64, Shades of the Empire or Shadows of the Empire. Sorry, video game where you're playing as
Yeah, for
Dash.
the Nintendo 64.
Yeah, dude, played
Dude,
the hell
great
out of
game.
that. I grew up with that thing. It was hard as hell for me at the time when it came out, but I think I ended up beating it once or twice. Good times. Absolutely loved it. I really kind of looked into, I don't know, sometime in elementary school or so, I would try to read the books, some of the books, but I never got into them. But anyway, but when Phantom Menace did come out, I loved it, man. As a kid, I usually, once I got the VHS, it was the first movie I saw, Star Wars movie I saw in theaters. I remember going to see it. And I was like, this is cool, man, especially the end. I love the whole ending segment of it as a kid, the whole Gungan battle and the other stuff going on with Natalie Portman, and then obviously the lightsaber battle. I loved all three of them at the time. Stuff going on with Anakin in space, I was into it. I was 9, whatever. The Gungan battle was awesome. Obviously I have different thoughts now, but
oh yeah,
as a kid, man, I really dug that. I liked Jar Jar as a kid. He was quotable for me. I remember running around saying Jar Jar quotes all the time. But I remember having the VHS of Phantom Menace and fast forwarding to the last 30 minutes all the time. Constantly, I would do that because I didn't really know what the hell was going on in the rest of the movie. But I would go, I'd watch maybe the pod race, and then I'd go and watch the end of it. It was cool. So there's a lot of nostalgia there with that. I remember Taco Bell did a thing where they had like some kind of game board, and you had to collect all the people from Phantom Menace when it came out. And I worked really hard on that, but I never got them all. I don't think I kept getting damn Yoda, but I needed. I can't remember who I needed, but I feel like there was Yoda was on there, Mace Windu. Freaking R2D2, all the classic guys, they were on there. You had to get, they're like little tokens you had to get and fill out your little map, but I never finished it out. Pepsi also at the time was doing this thing where they had Phantom Menace cans with all the characters on it. Mace Windu,
yes,
Yoda.
I remember those cans. Yeah,
I saved those cans. I saved them for a long time. I was really into it, but they ended up exploding. I don't know what happened, but they had Coke in them or Pepsi in them still, and they just, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, a lot of nostalgia there for me with Phantom Menace. I actually did not see Attack of the Clones until many years after I saw Revenge of the Sith.
So really? So you skipped Attack of the Clones and went
skipped it? Yeah. I know a buddy of mine, he said it was garbage. I said, okay, I'm going to skip it. And we did. I skipped the heck out of it. Saw Revenge of the Sith when it came out. Really liked it. At the time, again, I was still pretty young. And I still like Revenge of the Sith today, but, it has problems that I kind of look past as a, 14-year-old or whatever age I was at the time.
It's something we'll look into in the near future.
Yeah. But yeah, and then many years later, I saw Attack of the Clones. I must have been a sophomore in college whenever I saw that for the first time. And
damn, that's a long time.
It wasn't really missing much. But then that's when things kind of picked back up for me. When I was about a sophomore, I got the Blu-ray 6-pack set of Star Wars, the box set of it rather, on Blu-ray, and that's when things kind of revamped for me because I watched them all one week, and ever since then, man, I'm watching them constantly ever since I got that thing. And then a few years after that is when Force Awakens was announced, and we all know where things go from there. But yeah, lifelong fan for me, man, for sure, and a lot of nostalgic memories with them for sure.
Dude, that's great stuff, man. I'm glad that who bought you that set? Was it like your dad, your brother, or who got you into Star Wars like that?
The Easter Bunny brought me the original VHS trio when I was a youngling, and okay, so this bring me back to that. As a kid, Empire Strikes Back was probably actually my least favorite whenever I was in that time period.
Really?
Of the trilogy, yeah. Because I was like I liked it, but I always found I'd always watch it still, but I was always like, oh, because it's a little bit it's got more of a mature tone to it than the other two. That's why probably now it's my favorite. But as a kid, like it was like, I'm with you. As a kid, I liked the Return of the Jedi lightsaber battle more.
I like that whole movie general. So I was kind of with you like that. I was Return of the Jedi, then Empire, then the original. But yeah, it's different now.
Yeah, I think as a kid, I definitely Return of the Jedi was my favorite as a kid, and I think maybe I liked it quite a little bit more than Empire Strikes Back, just because I remember Empire Strikes Back just not really. I don't know, getting the magnitude of the thing, I guess.
Just like when you were little, the bad guy won, and we were supposed to hate the bad guy.
Exactly. And plus I was probably like 5-6 years old at this point. I liked I liked the Ewoks a lot. Was kind of interesting to me. It was always fun little battle sequence at the end, and then obviously that lightsaber session was great. But then yeah, like you said, the Empire Strikes Back is such a dark movie. I didn't like seeing Han getting froze, and yeah, I think it's maybe also too because the heroes are all kind of split up more in that one,
Right.
so they don't have as much of the the fun time together. So maybe that's why, I don't know. But now obviously it's my favorite. But as a kid, I just thought it'd be interesting to let you guys know that Return of the Jedi was definitely my fave. That's the one I watched the most, and ironically, that's the one I watch the least of these days.
Dude, that's very interesting. I'm trying to think if there's like anything. I guess just again, what Star Wars means to us. What is that one character that you gravitate towards to the most?
Sebulba.
Sebulba.
Yeah, because I'm an asshole.
Maybe, but no.
I don't know, man. I mean, Han Solo is my favorite character of the franchise for sure. But that's cliche. I don't know if he's one that yeah, I mean, he's definitely my favorite. So Han Solo, obviously, Harrison Ford, fantastic. I love I'm always enthralled with Ewan McGregor in the prequels as well. The younger version of Obi-Wan Kenobi and old Ben for that matter. I like Obi-Wan quite a bit as well. So he's another one that especially if I'm watching the prequels, he makes me want to watch the prequels, essentially.
Yeah, I'm with you there. The one character that really got me and just to love Star Wars as it is now, it's just that good old farmer boy of Luke Skywalker on Tatooine. Just because I kind of like resembled myself to him a little bit about like, oh, cool, I want to be a Jedi. I want to learn these ways step by step. And Luke got to do that step by step too. So I really gravitate towards Luke throughout the original trilogy. And Luke is why I love Star Wars today. So Mark Hamill, thank you so much for bringing that character to life.
No doubt, man. No doubt. He's the best, man. He's the best. He's definitely, yeah. They don't call him Luke for nothing. I don't know what that meant.
And then, of course, I loved when he goes, well, I'm just going to go to the Tosche station and get some power converters.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
good,
but most people now see it as him just being a whiny little brat, which they ain't wrong. But again, he was supposed to play that character because he was just a boy learning to become a Jedi. So I agree with all that.
That's right. Yeah, I like Luke. Luke's good.
Absolutely. Good. So is there anything else you want to add in of just like why Star Wars means so much to you?
I think that's it for now. I mean, I wanted to, a nice little introduction to our feelings of Star Wars and kind of where they began and whatnot. And I think that's good. And there's going to be more to come out down the road, I'm sure. So.
Oh, absolutely. And again, we can go all day, but again, we just want to be quick just because we want to spend our Saturday just to get ready for our big 100th subscriber celebration, which will be on today at 8 o'clock on our channel. It'll be a live stream. We'll have special guests on board to help answer your all's questions. It'll be just a simple Q&A. It doesn't have to be movies. It can be about sports. It can be about what else could it be about, Brad? Sports, food. I can go all day. So
sports. How about sports?
I can talk about sports with Tennessee and Chiefs. Well, let's not talk about Tennessee. But other than that, guys, we would love to have you on for that celebration. So, Brad, you want us to take us home?
Absolutely, Johnny.
All right. So, guys, what did you all think about our opinions on what got us into the Star Wars franchise or the Star Wars lore? And we would love to hear your stories about what got you into Star Wars. Let us know in that comment section down below, and let's just get that discussion rolling.
Right. And if you want to help us find the good reels, you can do so by locating us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Letterboxd, Spotify, and Apple Podcast. Those links are going to be in the description for you. Absolutely.
And be sure to like this video, share, and subscribe. It does help us make our channel succeed and grow for the future. And be sure to ring that bell, ding, 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 so you know when the next video is up and running.
And we will. Shh. See you guys soon.
See you guys, and may the force be with you.
Right you are, and if you help us find a good reels, you can help us on. Find.
Yes.
All right, sweet.